I think I did it. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So, participants, I do not have anyone in the room yet. Dusty said he was going to be late. So yeah, just go ahead and check on that for me, on your end, just to make sure. And shoot me a text if it's not working right.
Yeah, it looks like it's going good, but if something goes wrong, I will shoot you a text.
All right, thanks, man.
No problem.
All right, cool. Appreciate you. Bye. All right, everyone. Hello. It is I, Robbie Ripoll, once again with Let's Talk About Feelings on the Reinventing the Tattoo Network. Big thanks to Guy Aitchison and Gabe Ripley from Reinventing the Tattoo Network for allowing us to have this place where we can talk about feelings, tattoos, and all kinds of other shit. Today I am in my tattoo room because I am working on a back piece. It's a friend of mine who was actually on the show before. Her name is Erica Noon. She does my beautiful hairs, and she just gave me an upgrade. So yeah, she came to town, and I am doing her hairs. I mean, I'm doing her tattoo. She did my hairs. We're working on a giant back piece. She should be in here at some point in time, unless she's tapping for the day. Who knows? But you know, getting tattooed and being on a podcast at the same time can be difficult at times. And Dusty is going to be a few minutes late. But I just wanted to say, oh, okay. All right. I'm going to send the Zoom link. Hey kids. There we go. Zoom link. Gotcha, bitch. Oh yeah, we're live, but you guys are cool. This is a very very low it's not super damn it, the words. It's very casual.
There we go.
Casual.
I was gonna start playing that. So to see if I could.
Bring that little stool, that thing slides. So are you wanting to get tattooed while we do this, or do you want to
Chime in when I can.
okay
If I gotta breathe, you know.
all right. Well, so this is Erica Noon, as I said before, and this is the lovely Arlene, whose last name I do not know.
Me.
All right. So Arlene's along for the ride, and Erica came to do tattoos and hair. Well, get tattooed and do hair. Amber, hello. Yeah, like the
Voyage. Voyage.
okay.
Can I like sit up or?
Oh, Dusty. Okay.
Give me the spine and dip that out.
Actually, I'm gonna have to flip you around. Just because I'm gonna work on the other side.
All right. Whatever makes sense.
Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna ask you to move now.
Absolutely. I just noticed that the ring light is a heart and that is light.
Yeah. So Donna got that for me, and she bought it on Amazon, and I saw one at a convention like a week before it came into the mail. So you know, when she got it, when it got here, I was like, oh yeah, I've already seen that. So I was totally a dick and like completely spoiled the beauty of that surprise. So you know.
True. If you like that.
So at the bottom there, that's Dusty. He is the legitimate other host, and Amber is our like honorary other host because she's always in here with us hanging out. This is so very weird doing this again, because the last time I did it and tattooed, it was still weird. It's just weird like doing this and tattooing at the same time. I feel like I'm like crossing worlds here, so it's fun. Can you guys hear me? I don't know if I can hear either of you, or if either of you have said a fucking thing.
I haven't.
Apparently I was
Go.
muted.
Oh, okay, well,
I can hear you.
happy birthday. Nice to see you.
Happy New Year.
Yes, indeedly. Happy New Year.
Hi.
Oh, look at that. You're gonna be right in the camera there.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
It's too bad.
If I duck out, I'm dying.
As we all know, tattoos hurt.
It's tickling. It's been great.
It's so fun.
Yes.
My tattoo on my calf tickled.
Yeah. No.
I giggled through the entire thing, and the girl who was with me thought I was nuts.
Yeah, fuck all that noise, homie.
No. Haven't found the tickle spot.
So I have a topic for today.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Do go on.
So Erica is in town from out of town. And it seems that we're all kind of going through some shit in life right now. And it's kind of like, well, with the exception of Arlene, I don't know if she's going through shit so much, but you know.
I'm always going through shit.
Right.
Different day, different shit storm.
And one of the things I've been seeing a lot on the internet, which is, I hate to say it, but since we're being transparent, the thing that's been fucking bugging me on the internet in the past few days was everybody, New Year, it's gonna be great, I fucking love this New Year. And I'm like, you know what? My New Year isn't starting out so fucking amazing. And I'm pretty disappointed about that because I can't get out of a funky head state. So it's funny, like, being one of the positivity people in the world and having to like accept that you're not perfect. So yeah.
I think you're perfect.
What's that, Lovey?
I said I think you're perfect.
You're too sweet.
Oh,
I love you, Dusty. Thank you, hon.
I think you're perfect as well. And
I appreciate you. And you know what?
your perfectness has helped me. So keep that in mind.
I appreciate that more than you fucking know. Because you know, being perfectly imperfect is kind of, I've learned how I've had to be lately.
I'm doing my best.
Yeah, I'm doing my fucking best.
I'm just trying to be perfectly human.
That's it.
Yeah.
And humans are flawed.
That is it. We are all flawed mother truckers. So yeah. Anyone go through anything specifically wonderful or not wonderful over the holiday break?
At me.
Yeah, holler.
Oh yeah. I don't know if you saw in my story.
Yeah, juice.
Yeah. Well, I have a tooth again.
Damn.
Yay.
So this is I'll give you the very abridged, and that's pun intended because bridge. The very abridged version is New Year's. I took a bite of a slice of pizza, not exactly the most tough guy way to lose your tooth. And my two front teeth went out, and it was, one of them is attached to the other. It's an implant that I got when I was like 18. So they're old. I guess it was kind of their time. It is what it is. But I had to look super goofy for 2 days. And every time I said anything that began with F, it would sound like thief and make like a whistling noise. It was not
From
my
the
fault.
Chipmunk song.
But there's a dentist that I actually met through Zachary Good. He had tattooed him, and then I tattooed him a bunch. He's a super rad dude. We had mutual friends. I did like a shit ton of lettering pieces on him. I texted him New Year's Eve, and I was like, hey man, it's like 10:30 New Year's Eve. I 100% do not expect you to respond until business week, but this happened. Is there an easy way to fix it, etc.? The dude actually has the audacity to text me back on New Year's Eve and say, yeah, be at my office 8 on Monday. I'll move some things around and get you in. So he was super rad, got me in. I woke up at like 6:30 this morning to get there on time, which I didn't know there was a 6:30 in the morning. And I usually roll out of bed at the crack of 9, so 6:30 was hard. And I went in. Well, it turns out when they did the implants, what had actually happened was they filed down with that particular little bridge piece the original tooth and like fixed in like an implant to the tooth. So a real tooth broke.
Ooh.
So it went from like, oh yeah, we'll just glue that shit back together to like, oh, you need a root canal right now. And then we're going to like drill a post into your gums and like post this thing. So yeah, it was a day. I was there for like 4 hours, immediately got here like 2 minutes before my client. All of the lidocaine wore off. So now I'm feeling that sweet root canal. And it was not the funnest way to spend 2 days. The bright side is most of what's up here, I thought were implants. They actually like filed down teeth. It's a whole mess. But my grill has been jacked up for years anyways. And I've been telling this guy for like 2 years that I was going to go to him. And as long as I've been tattooing, I'm like, yeah, I just need to get everything fixed. I need to get everything fixed. So this kind of forced my hand that now I'm in his files and I'm there. So we've got an appointment for late January to do a bunch of x-rays and come up with a battle plan. And he's given me the homie hookup price, but the homie hookup price for what we're going to do is going to still be like $15,000.
Shit.
But I'm going to have a
Dental
whole
work is not cheap.
Yeah, but I'm gonna have a whole new grill by the summertime. He's gutting most of it, putting in all sorts of nice indestructible implants. I'm gonna have legit pearly whites.
Dude, that is a really shitty, wonderful way to get things moving.
Everything
here's-
happens for a reason, doesn't it?
Here's the bonus caveat to all that is where he like drilled the post and replaced that tooth. He said it's pretty heavy duty. It should be fine, but that chewing isn't going to be my favorite with it and that it could break again. So I am essentially on a very limited soft food and liquid diet for at least a month until they get that sorted, which also kicks off my lose the 10 pounds I gained over winter. So I'm very awfully forcefully fixing my body and my life.
Good on you, Playboy. Good on you.
There you go.
It ain't good on me. It's a freak accident causing it.
Right, right. It works. It works.
It works.
It works.
Nobody that is a member of Reinventing the Tattoo tuned in for this podcast is thinking like, are they just talking about dental work? Let's talk about fillings.
Yeah, let's talk about fillings.
I see what you did there.
Hey, so in the vein of that concept, you guys have been traveling from Philly to now here, but you stopped in North Carolina. So what kind of feelings have arisen for you guys along the journey
All
of
of
your
them,
10-day trip?
all of them. Excitement, a few bumps in the road, but ultimately, all of it.
Traveling is always an anxiety. It's exciting, but there's the excitement, there's the anticipation, but it's always anxiety.
Always an anxiety there.
Because you have in your mind how everything is just gonna unfold beautifully in this magnificent way, and then traffic happens. And you're
Trying to keep the schedule, but not,
Trying to keep the
so you can
schedule.
enjoy it.
You have a tire that's losing air and you don't know which one is losing air.
And it's a rental van,
And
so
rental. All the rental van company, they said, but did you Google it? But
sorry, dude.
We've been Googling van problems and learning.
This is the research for the van.
super special to me was the kindness,
Yeah.
those pops of kindness that would happen during the day from random strangers, and just how the simple act of being kind to somebody can take an absolutely shitty moment and make you realize, wow, it just restores your faith, right? And we had those moments where we couldn't be at the
The
campground.
campground was the cutest.
Oh, the campground shit, yeah.
Build a fire.
You know, they left a clipboard out with our name on it, and little known fact, I don't know if y'all have this, if you have Sprint, you can set your own caller ID on your phone. And my caller ID is set to Wonder Woman, so when I call places that don't know, they answer the fucking phone because they're like, I need to see who's calling, so when we rolled in, it was like, welcome, Wonder Woman. She just fired her to the camp spot, and somebody help us with the tire, so as frustrating as it was, we had these little moments
Mm.
of
Nice.
random kindness.
Always beautiful.
Yeah.
And they're
We've
small.
seen the beauty on the
Yeah,
trip.
it doesn't have to be big, it just,
Yeah,
it could just be this slight, it could be an acknowledgement or.
Well,
The
you
grace
know-
of someone holding the door open for you, but you know, kindness is free. We have a limited supply of it,
yeah,
and it's the easiest thing to give.
yep, no, and you've been doing that this whole trip, because I mean, you guys pulled in. on
Arlene is an
Friday.
angel on this earth.
You guys, really, and you pulled in on Friday,
Yeah.
and I had just finished tattooing, so I come home and there's a woman I don't know that's just being really kind and helpful, you know, and then fucking the next few days. Really awesomely helpful throughout the whole weekend, and like, that's a kindness that not everyone gives, right? You know, so, that was super greatly appreciated, and now I have, you know, that's really cool. So like, and today, like, you helped me and Han figure out timing stuff. We have enough time to do the things.
Collaboration and community,
Yes, community.
community.
You
so-
said the village thing a
The
lot.
village, yeah, my tribe, like that's how you strip us down. You strip all this facade down. It's the village, it's the tribe, it's helping everyone out,
Yeah,
and we
Yeah.
lose sight of that a lot.
we really do. And I feel like traveling definitely helps you like come back into that.
Right.
Dusty, I know you're probably super familiar with that from all the traveling you've been doing lately. You know, just the random strange kindness, kind strangeness. There was a guy named Michael that helped us with our RV that I will forever be fucking, you know, grateful for. Because I was crying in the RV and I was like, oh, dude. He's like, call me in my house. I got this figured out. I'm an RVer. I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. And you don't get that if you don't have major problems. But yeah, Dusty, like I was saying, you probably have quite a bit of knowledge of the random kindnesses on strange trips due to all the work you've been doing outside of the state.
Yeah, that's my favorite thing doing all these wacky trips is there's always like that one person that you keep in touch with. Like I need to text Brittany back. But I'm doing the guest spot there, and there's the girl that I tattooed there the last time, the bat thing on, that like kept in touch, that I'm just like, she's like, yeah, tattoo me again next time you're in town, reach out, whatever. The amount of people that just want to, you know, like, here's my info. There was a short story. Hold on, send a voicemail. Somebody was calling me, threw me all off. When we did 208, Carlton and Riley's convention in Boise last year, there was a lady, we were in Phoenix, and Aura and I were talking at the airport in Phoenix on our layover about tattooing, and this lady just chilling, waiting for her plane too, starts talking to us, and she, oh, I just got tattooed and I got other stuff I want to get, but blah, blah, blah. Well, it turns out she was flying to Boise as well. She lives there. And she ended up giving us her number, and what her and her son both wanted to get was more my style. Her and her husband ended up meeting up with us, and they grabbed a drink, and, you know, we chatted with them, and I ended up tattooing her and her son. But like, she was legit like, next time you guys are out here for this, like, we have a house, don't pay to stay somewhere, we've got a boat, you guys can go out on the boat with us. Like,
That's awesome.
met her in an airport, chatted with her for 30 minutes, and she's just like, yeah, you guys can just crash at our house for free, whatever. Like, you know, pet
That's
my
great.
dog, eat my food, steal my job, whatever. And
Yeah,
it does
That's awesome.
everywhere you go, you meet one. I'm doing a Fox and Sparrow in Muncie this weekend, and the people there I just kind of met through Carlton by total accident, and they're like, "Come out to our shop. You can stay with us for free. Hang out. We'll make cookies." Like all that. It's just crazy. The strangers are just so down to do that.
Yeah, man, it really is. And it's fucking cool, like when you like attract that, and you're in the airport, you're stressed out, and then you attract like a healer,
Mhm.
Oh, and I was definitely stressing because just the flight to 208 was over $1,000 plus the booth plus everything, and I don't know anyone in Boise, so I had 0 things booked. I went out there 100% on Josh just being like, "Yeah, it's busy, you'll be fine," and I'm like kind of low key stressing at the airport, like I have nothing booked for this weekend. I have to make at least $2,500 to hit even. And then yeah, the universe just throws me lady kicking it, waiting for her plane. She had flown to Phoenix for like a Machine Gun Kelly concert or something like that. She's just like, "Fuck it, tattoo my whole family."
That's fucking awesome, man. I love that when like you go to a different state or a different country and you meet somebody on a Friday and you tattoo them, and then the rest of the weekend you're tattooing the whole fucking family.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, dude, traveling is so cool, and it's such a weird time. Like we've been talking about this a lot since you guys have been here. Like Donna was saying, how she doesn't ever want to travel alone, and me and Arlene and Erica are all like, "Yeah, I could totally travel alone. I'm fucking
I'm
cool."
good with traveling alone.
What's that?
I'm good with traveling alone.
Yeah, it's fucking fun, man. Like,
I love it.
I love traveling alone. I love staying alone. I love being responsible for only me. I do
yeah,
not like being in a car by myself for longer than 4 hours.
no, I love
Yeah,
Um, 4 hours in, I'm losing it. I have to like crank up Fergalicious or whatever and just scream at the top of my lungs. Try and entertain myself because I could drive 20 hours straight if I'm with people I like talking with. But I think I called you, or you called me when I was on my way back from Atlanta because you had news and we were chatting a little bit, and I think I kept you on the phone for like 45 minutes straight. You're
oh
like,
God,
"Well,
that reminds me, I have
baby,"
news.
and I'm like, "No, don't go."
Dude, the other night when we were talking on the phone for like 2.5 hours while I was painting, like, we have a tendency of chatting.
We
Dusty
do
reminded me, I have news.
go on.
Okay, so some things have fallen. I don't want to talk it up too much and make it not happen, but some things have fallen into my lap.
Let's hear.
New Year's Eve during the day, a friend of mine texts me and says, I'm at a tattoo shop about 20 minutes from your house. Can you get here? I need your help. And I'm like, okay, weird cryptic message. I'm like, give me the address. I'll be right there. Because I tattoo this girl all the time. I make the executive decision to spend the last of the money I had in my account on an Uber to get there. The next thing I know, me and the guy tattooing her are comparing products and talking, and he's looking at my artwork, and he wants to interview me on the 6th.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
To go from, part-time underground tattooer to fully licensed in a shop tattooer and cherry on top piercer.
No shit.
Yeah.
Man.
And the shop's 20 minutes from my house.
That is fucking awesome. And you answered the call, right? Like,
Yeah,
you're like, I'll get
when
here.
she sent me that cryptic message, my gut just said, you need to take this.
Yeah.
I literally spent the last of the money I had to get there. I was like, something is telling me I need to go here. And we talked for a while. I had met him at the Atlantic City Tattoo Expo when I was there with her. And we just started talking, and I started showing him my Instagram, and he's like, bring your portfolio in on the 6th. We can look at your artwork and talk about a contract.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck, that is so exciting, dude.
I am elated. I am so elated. The anxiety isn't even what's going the most. The excitement is.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of anxiety there, but I am so fucking excited. It's in the background.
That is fucking rad. That's such a good feeling when like.
And
you're
you guys are the first ones I've told.
Ah, yes. Fuck yeah, dude.
Heck yeah.
You know, you're off topic because we were talking about how things are shitty. But
Well,
honestly,
Yeah. Way to bring them up.
I'm all about maintaining balance in life.
there you go. There you go. Well, really, at the end of the day, like it's less shitty and it's more my brain is all over the place. And when I sit
Yeah.
back, things are really good. But my brain is all over the place. Man, I'm having a hard time getting settled. But that is amazing news, and I am super fucking happy for you.
And you inspired me to take that damn step.
Fuck yeah, dog. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I am stepping forward into my future.
Yes. Well, you know, you're the only one that can step forward for you.
I know.
Here the fuck we are.
Hmm.
And I'm super fucking proud of you for doing that.
Now I think I need a tattoo to get rid of the anxiety.
You know, it's funny. So we use numbing on Erica today. And I have a couple steps to numbing. So it's like you have the pre-deadener, then you have the numbing soap, then you have the holy water on breaks. And I was like, hey, you want some numbing soap? And she's like, nah, I think I need to feel this for a little bit.
Yeah, I'm waiting to get my ankle done until my therapist unearths something I really need to get through.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And then I'm sure I'll be like, all right, it's time to cover up my ankle.
What is that? Because I mean, you have some introspective, open-minded thinkers here. We can all share some perspective on what might help you through what you need to get through.
There's a list. My pension for narcissists, my
Don't
guilt
start
over
it
not
off.
having a great relationship with my mother when she passed away. There's a lot of baggage in here. My therapist is constantly going, oh my God. And when
Yeah.
your therapist goes, oh my God, all the time, I'm afraid I'm going to break her.
Hey, as long as it don't break you, fuck it.
She's a very nice girl.
Yeah,
And
right.
she's always like, oh, that's so sucky. Oh my God. I'm just afraid I'm going to break her.
Like, gee, thanks? Question mark. As fuck.
And she doesn't get my sarcasm. I'm really deadpan. You know, I've been through a lot of shit. I've developed some seriously deadpan sarcasm. And she doesn't always get the sarcasm. And she just looks at me in horror.
You know, sometimes things are horrific.
Yeah.
And that's reality, right?
But you have to laugh at them.
Right. Absolutely. Like, I definitely have made more of a practice of laughing at losing my leg than feeling sad about it. I allow myself to cope, but like,
Yeah.
gotta laugh about it more. Was that one of those moments that you had to feel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, you felt that.
I think-
I wasn't ready.
What a time. Yeah, it's weird. Like, so as I'm sitting here talking to you guys and listening, I'm coming to the reality that sometimes I'm just a crybaby, which is a fancy way of saying crybaby.
Me too.
I over dramatize a lot of the shit that's going on in my head, and I have a bad time with it. And because I'm, over dramatizing things. So it's just.
I'm guilty of having arguments in my head that never really happen.
Yeah, who isn't?
Yeah.
I am a polar opposite. If it's happening to others, I'm very empathetic. If it's happening to me, I am super chill about it, on the outside at least, because it's very like, I don't like inconveniencing others with my issues. And I feel like a lot of times that happens where, oh, hey, this happened, and you're just trying to vent it out a little bit. And then other people start offering solutions to problems that don't really have solutions. And then they're, what can I do? And then it turns into a whole thing. And before you know it, they're upset more so than you are. And then you're like trying to care for them over your issues. And I'm really bad about that. So I usually just I literally just rolled around for 2 days looking like a homeless ass boxer. And I was just like, this is fine. This is all fine, as I'm like whistling through I cannot over dramatize it, but I can do it for other people really well. Like, tell me your problems, and I can be like, the fucking shit they're doing to Robbie. Blah. I don't know what that.
You are very good at being a loving, compassionate, helping hand for when someone's going through something. Because you and I have talked through a lot of shit in the past few months.
Yeah.
So
I'm
you're very good at it.
lesson that I learned from the show Parks and Rec. The whole thing with Chris Traeger and Ann, where it was basically he kept trying to fix everything. I am a chronic fixer, and I have learned in a lot of situations you just have to step back and let people vent and be like, okay, do you need help, or do you just need sympathy right now? And
I
to
ask
just
all the time when people talk, I'll say, do you need me to listen, be an attentive listener, or do you need advice? Because I can, but I can, because I think sometimes what people need is someone else just to sit in their pain with them.
Yeah.
And see it, not try to fix it. They just need to have that sit. We have to be more willing, I think, to sit in discomfort with people we love. Because sometimes that's the biggest support, when someone else knows that there's someone willing to be there for them.
Well, I can attest.
I don't know if that made sense, but
No, it's perfect.
I did.
When me and Donna first started dating, I had a coach, and he would always try to explain to me, when she tells you like she just needs you to love her, that just means like be there.
just be there.
And I'm like, I don't fucking know what you mean. It was so stressful. And honestly, with her, a lot of the time she needs to be seen, she needs to be heard, and then we can move on. But like, I have to let her really be heard, and that's too much for me a lot of the time.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I want to fix. I don't know. Who do I need to kill? And now I'm on fucking overload,
Yeah.
It's hard when you're an empathetic person too, because it is like, I literally like lost a front tooth, and it's like, okay, well, what can I do to help? Can I get, what? And I'm like, unless you have a fucking tooth wand, like unfortunately, this one's just gonna have to fucking simmer until a dentist can see me. And it is awesome to know people that want to be that way. And I'm so guilty of that I'm like, what do you need? What do you need? And like, I have turned it into, my happy middle ground is letting people vent, sitting in the misery with them, but instead of necessarily offering solutions, because that's not what they want, to just offer like praise and validation, and just be able to be like, look, you're fucking rad. This is going to be all right. It's all good. Keep venting. And I'm just going to pepper in every 15 minutes with, you fucking rule though. It'll be all right.
No, you're absolutely right. Well, like, dude, you did that for me the other night. We were talking about me and some of the struggles that I face, and how I fucking feel less than with a lot of things. And you were like, well, you're rad. Like, why don't you put less pressure on it and just like wait for it to come to you? And the funny thing is, that's the answer I want. That's the answer that's in the back of my head, that I'm like, if I can just fucking like manifest some shit and be patient until it comes and know that I'm exactly where I am, that's all I want. But then when I'm there, all I want is a struggle. I need to have something going crazy in my life Otherwise, like, how can I live? You know, like,
Because you thrive on chaos.
but I don't want to, but I do.
I
Yeah.
did the same thing for my homework for James's class. I had 2 weeks to do it, and I did it New Year's Eve.
There you go.
I
And it's-
put undue pressure on myself because I thrive under pressure.
Yeah, no, I 100% thrive under pressure. That's why I don't create tattoo art beforehand. We figure it out day of. And it always works best for me. Otherwise, I'm at home stressing myself out, coming up with the wrong ideas. And then when we do it in person at tattoo day, it all works out. And that pressure is what I need to make diamonds.
Beautifully said.
Oh, well, thank you, hon.
It is, yeah, I think that pressure helps a lot, but just I feel like we're all kind of idle hands, busy hands kind of people that just need, like, I could not sit on the beach with a book for even a day. I couldn't do it. I know people that could do it for a whole week. I could read on the beach for 1 hour, and then I would be like exploring the boardwalk, throwing rocks, like chasing birds. Like I need to be doing. And it's hard when you get put in positions where it is kind of hurry up and wait. Patience is that virtue. And you know, you've got to wait for the right time to, like with the stuff you were talking about, you've got to wait for that right time to do it. You've got to wait for the time to come for things. Sometimes you have to kind of just chill and let it come to you. And like one of my favorite quotes about patience, because I feel like it personifies me really well, is from The Simpsons, where Homer sits back by the phone and he says, "Now we play the waiting game." And he makes it like 3 whole seconds. And he's like, "The waiting game sucks. Let's play Hungry Hungry Hippos." And that's me. Like I can wait for about 3 seconds and I'm like, all right, what do we do now?
Dusty the coach. I'll thrive on Simpsons quotes to help you coach through life.
Yes.
I love that. But no, it's super relatable too, because like, how many of us really can sit there and wait for the thing that they want? Like for me, I want complete fucking financial and time freedom. And the fact that I don't have both of those on demand right now drives me nuts. Drives me absolutely fucking insane. Because then I can't even appreciate the time that I'm down, because I want all this, and I want the downtime like without uptime that I don't want.
Yeah, what would you do with time freedom? I'm curious to know. I don't think it would work for more than a week.
You know, like
Yeah.
I'd have to write a book.
But see, that freedom though, because you would immediately restrict yourself to, I have to write this many times a day. What's the best? Do I get a word processor? Do I get a typewriter? Now I'm researching typewriter. It's 5 a.m. I just spent $8,000 on a vintage typewriter. What kind of paper do I need? Like,
No, you're absolutely fucking right, man.
fall into that.
You're fucking right. No, I totally agree with you. I don't know what I would do with extra time. I'd probably fill it with things that restrict my time. You know.
Yeah. There's a balance. If you control what restricts your time, then that's way cooler than, you know, if you work at McDonald's and it's kind of like, oh, this is what restricts my time for bullshit for a small amount of money.
But you know, and it's like, then I have people like Arlene who, she says she could travel all the time, and that would probably drive me nuts. And I think it's because like I desire this solitude peace thing, but I don't. So what is it about traveling that like makes you so wanderlusty?
It's something that came to me probably 10 years ago, because I was always like really very deeply rooted in where I came from, was proud of where I came from, really strong family ties. And then I just got to a point in my life where I shifted the lens slightly and saw that there was a whole panoramic Pantone of color that I wasn't seeing. And so I started traveling, and traveling also it pushed me through my fear, right? Because there is an element of safety that you always want to have in your life. And when you take yourself out of what's familiar to you, there's fear, and pushing through that and finding my place and my voice and being introduced to different cultures and music and sounds. And one of the things that it's taught me is that we're all so alike, but at the same time, living circumstances are so different. So regardless of where I travel, people have the same problems. Their economic status,
Mhm.
political status might be different, but they're having the same problems, they're having the same issues, and it's interesting to see from a cultural perspective how people handle it.
Yeah, that's fucking wild.
It's, I love that you said that, because that was a big thing growing up, that I feel like I mean, I live in Dayton, like we're right between Columbus and Cincinnati. It's big enough to be metropolitan-ish, but small enough to still be like the Midwest USA. And the amount of, no offense to ladies, but it was typically girls that would do the whole, like, I hate the town I live in, I'm going to the big city. And they would go to the big city. And I'm like, you're going to have the exact same problems there because you suck regardless of where you're at. You know, it's not a where you're at issue, it's a life issue.
Well, the thing that I've seen is less with gender and more with the drug addicts. It's always funny watching the drug addicts be like, yeah, I moved away and the problems found me. Not funny. Well, like,
No,
you know, but like, you didn't think you would find new junkie friends? Like, I mean, like you go, your problems will follow you. And I moved away from Florida one time because I thought it was going to fix all my problems. It didn't. I still had problems everywhere I went. Still had problems. Yeah, so
Yeah,
it's-
I thought about moving out of New Jersey, but it's not really New Jersey that's the problem. So
It's Bon Jovi that's the problem.
Oh, fuck, Dusty. I don't even know what to say after that.
that was awesome.
This.
mic drop.
Yeah, you stumped me. I'm like, how do I keep the conversation moving? If Bon Jovi is the problem,
It doesn't mean there
I'm
aren't
writing
people,
about fucking Tony Danza.
it doesn't mean there aren't people that can't relocate and find better people or a better situation
Right.
to do. But for the most part, if you're relocating just to run from problems and you're the problem,
Right.
probably just gonna suck wherever you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My friend Pastor Don that I used to hang out with, I love this analogy. He's like, so if you move away from the hood and you used to smoke crack and drink 40s, and then you know you can still go back and smoke crack and drink 40s on the porch, but like you don't have to live there anymore because you don't live in the hood anymore. Like it's not your neighborhood. Like, and these dudes are getting mad at you for not fucking smoking crack and drinking 40s, and like, but you're like, no, I don't live here no more, and it's not where you live.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
where you, yeah, it's who you are.
Uh-huh.
Yes, exactly.
Where you live.
Exactly. Yeah, so it's very interesting. Are you dying up here?
No, I don't know.
What do you need from me, hon? You need a holy water break? You want,
A
you want,
spritz? Can I get a spritz?
yeah, let's give you a spritz. Give you a spritz here. Like, I feel like a real live fucking like, in the future grown up. I got my fucking cell phone taping my fucking tattoo session for my YouTube tattoo educational. I got my podcast going on my computer. I set this all up myself. I called Kyle for fucking help today, and I didn't even need help.
Nice.
I called him, and then I remembered what I was doing. So that's a perfect fucking segue to get into remember who you are. Fucking remember, you know the fuck what you're doing, even if you don't know what the fuck you're doing. Hand it off, hold up.
Wait, why don't you place this?
Right.
The easiest of spots.
I know,
You got an
just
easy
got
one?
real geeked seeing myself with it, like,
All right, so I'm gonna bail out a little early today.
Ooh.
Our apprentice, our little tatter tot, is getting ready to do something, and I'm sitting and watching her. So,
Nice.
yeah, I might actually let it roll and just mute myself and just chime in with a Bon Jovi joke here and there.
Well, tell your little tatter tot that we love them and the tattoo gods are watching.
thanks.
Hello, little tatter tot.
We love you.
Woo! Much love.
So yeah, I'll stay on, but I'm gonna mute my microphone and help her out, and then hop back in.
Okay, cool. Well, we're
Ruby.
taking a break here, so I'm actually gonna be in front of the thing for a moment.
Yeah.
I saw your new hair, Robbie. It looks awesome.
Oh, thank you. Erica is the
Thank
reason for the
you.
season when it comes to Robbie's new hair.
Nice. Good job.
Thank you.
That is what's partying.
Oh,
Yeah, it's weird. Donna wanted me. Huh?
Bring me inward to the out.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Donna wanted me to stay with the pink, like to stay on brand, and I don't know, man. I just kind of felt like, nope, I need a rainbow.
the pink pops more now.
There
Right,
she is.
exactly.
Pink
Oh,
pops more now.
speaking of Donna,
If Pink can change the color of her hair, you can.
right,
That's
exactly.
That is so funny you said that, because I said that it's the exact same thing to Erica this morning. I'm like, and Pink's hair platinum now. She's still on brand.
Man, I totally forgot that Pink changed her hair up
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, she's all kinds of blonde now.
Probably 20 years.
Yeah. So this is something I'm noticing right now. Like tattooers will always like stare at your tattoos and like,
Oh, yeah,
you
Erica
know,
does that with hair.
Erica does that with hair
Yeah.
massage therapists.
Yeah.
Will just come up behind you and start massaging you. Like,
Just pat him the
no, I do like that with the raw hair, like not raw, but like not locked up hair at the bottom. It looks cute. Yeah. Looks cute.
Right, last night I just. Siren, and I guess, look, I got normal hair for you again, and he goes, it's not the same as you.
Dude, her hair is perfect. You know her hair. Like it's the softest fucking hair in the world.
You got her banged a pat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking same.
Alright, I'm gonna go get me in, your trial.
Okay. I love you.
I like the black one. I love.
Yeah, I like to do a lot. It looks pretty. So yeah, today has been
You're hanging out.
yeah, we have a car here.
Like, you all enjoy the Cadillac.
Oh yeah, and she's possibly getting their little
Oh,
matches.
yes, did you
Yeah.
find your door, my friend?
Mm. So that brings me to what you said.
Last night.
Yes.
Yeah.
Say it again.
So I stopped asking people. I think so often when you meet new people and there's the natural conversation points that.
What do you
just-
do? Where
go
are you
to.
from? Yeah.
And I realized that when you ask somebody what they do or where they went to school, it automatically assigns them in a hierarchical or sort of a class manner. Someone tells me they're a doctor, they're gonna get a different reaction, or
Right.
somebody tells me they went to Princeton. And I wanted to take that out of it, because
Yeah.
what I wanna know is what brings you joy. So often I'll say, instead of saying, what do you do? I'll ask, what do you do for joy? And it just completely opens up a different vein of conversation. And more often than not, an authentic response.
So what do you think that's done for you as a human? Being able to reframe questions in that way,
Yeah.
because now you gotta walk the talk, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, it helps me see people. It helps me see the person, not the position or not the education, which is all noise,
Yeah.
right? That's all in the peripheral. And those are things
Mm,
that assign a lot of value to.
Yeah.
Kids are told, you gotta go to college, you gotta go to college, you gotta go to college. The only people I know that actually still work in the field that they went to college for are like doctors, lawyers, and engineers. And so we put this tremendous amount of, and I'm not saying it's not important,
Right, right.
but it's one of these things that you automatically will hear, oh, if someone went to Princeton, you automatically make assumptions about that person. Or somebody went to
Doctors.
Ripoll, you make
Yeah.
us, you have these associations or these biases, we have unconscious bias. And if I'm asking you what you do for joy, it makes the person receiving that question really contemplate you as well, right? Because if somebody's asking me that question, they're seeing me and they want to hear me.
Absolutely, because
So,
just how it sparked so much last night, I was like, wow, that's beautiful, that's brilliant. And like, when I don't know somebody and they come to me with that type of speak, I'm like, oh,
yeah,
you think differently, don't you? You think this way on purpose, you know?
I do.
Yeah,
It's-
that's really
it's,
fucking cool though.
I mean, it's not something I always did, right? But it's something that as I've gotten more in tune with my divinity,
Yeah,
and my humanity. She said earlier about, we're all human and we are not infallible and we make mistakes.
Yeah.
And I don't even strive for perfection. It's unattainable.
right.
So why am I going to torture myself with that? Bill Murray has an awesome quote that says, awesome is a side effect of being weird.
Yes, I have that on a pin.
I really
I
love it.
have that on a pin on my favorite army hat.
Yeah,
Fuck yeah.
yeah, and so it's simple, like little just simple punchy sentiments like that.
Yeah.
That really will stop and make you. Oh, that's,
Yeah,
and it reframes, right? It makes weird. A rainbow then.
Right, rather than
Rather
just like
than an
weird-
outcast.
yeah,
right? And so
absolutely.
it's for me, I'll say it to her all the time, I'm like, when I'm really struggling with things, I'll try to pivot the lens.
Put out, we wanna
Like
try.
from which I'm looking at it, because there is more than one reality. It's not just mine. In this room, there are 3 realities because we see and feel and experience things differently. We could be in the same exact situation. So we all have our reality.
Yeah.
Simple.
Oh, nice, yeah.
Everything a matter of perspective.
Yeah,
it's a matter
yeah,
of perspective.
absolutely.
It absolutely is. I mean,
Absolutely.
Yeah, everything's seen through the lens of that person's perspective. So everyone is having their own individual experience.
Yep, and then like you decide
Sure.
what your reality is.
And exactly, you choose the path, you take what you're presented with, whatever that stimulus is, and then you react to it and you move in a direction, right? And so, and the thing about reality too, is that it can pivot with your experience. Something that you may have felt very intensely in your 20s, when you have hindsight and lived experience behind you, you can look at it in a completely different way.
Yeah, I had a guy that went on the road with me. He started being my biggest fan and then halfway through the trip got real butthurt at me and I don't know why. Started trying to pull my team apart and like fucking really being cancerous to every like bond I'm trying to build. Then recently I see him at a convention and he's like, hey man, I'm really sorry for all that. Like a lot of shit's gone down since then and I see things a lot differently now. And it's like, dude, the fact that this happened in like a year's time, year and a half's time, I was super proud of him
Yeah.
because I was like, fuck, it usually takes me way longer than a year and a half to change my perspective and be like, dog, sorry, I was fucking wrong.
Yeah.
You know, like
Mhm.
outside the bathroom, you know, with strangers all around and shit. Like my man stopped me intelligently and on purpose, intentionally to like say I'm sorry. And I was like, whoa. Last
That's
year,
some serious growth in a short amount of time.
yes.
Something
So,
happened to humble him.
yeah, and life. I think that's what the new year has brought me: humbling moments, so I can
Yeah.
learn how to
For sure.
recalibrate right quick and get through the moments of humbling. Because God, they suck sometimes.
You have a learner's mindset, so
I
you
do.
want to learn.
Absolutely.
You want to be.
I need it.
better.
I need it.
And there are people that aren't that far in their journey.
I remember being there.
Yeah.
You know,
and
like
so-
I know a lot and I don't need no more because I know more than you, bitch. And it's like, whoa.
And apologizing is hard. It's really hard to
Oh, it's
apologize
gross.
without qualifying it. someone just comes to you and says, I'm sorry, and doesn't do the but. Because a lot of the times you'll get the I'm sorry.
But see,
And then
here's why
the
you are reading it.
explanation, the judge is just like, but I don't think you're sorry.
No, I
Or someone
think you
just
want
comes up and
peace.
says to you, I'm sorry. It's that simple.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
It's hard.
That's a tough one.
Mhm.
It's
Sink
hard.
into.
It's hard not to feel like you have to justify or rationalize your where you were and what you were doing. And there are circumstances when you need to provide that explanation.
Yeah,
Absolutely, like call out. I was an asshole. Call yourself out. You have to hold yourself accountable.
yeah.
Because people who love you often don't do it.
No,
They'll
you're
let
absolutely
you
right.
go.
No, you're right.
That's just Arlene, that's what she does. And so then you get into this kind of codependency sort of thing, right?
I want you to let me be me, but I also want you to fucking correct me.
Yeah.
Yeah, course correction needs to happen. We're gonna end up in fucking China rather than fucking Maui if you don't fucking steer the boat the right way. Like, I need a course correction
Yeah.
here. You know, like, so yeah, and it's hardest for those close to you. And it's easy to give nitpicky
So different between
criticism. Yeah.
criticism's different than critical feedback.
Absolutely, yeah, this conversation the other night.
So
Yeah.
is seeded
Mhm.
negativity. Feedback is, I want to help you.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
you know,
critical feedback, that is something I'm going to take from us meeting.
yeah.
And try and incorporate it into my life, because criticism's easy, it's
Yeah,
really
it's
easy,
Really easy.
really easy,
I don't like that. It's ugly.
No,
baby.
yeah,
But like,
yeah,
someone asked me something the other day. Oh, her client asked me something and she's like, should I say this or should I say that? Or should I not say something? And I said, is it helpful? Is what you're going to say
Mm,
helpful? And she thought about it and she's like, thank you. I wasn't thinking, you know, through the entire process
Right.
of how this lands. What's my intention? What am I aiming to achieve?
no, you're absolutely right. Yeah, it's fucking wild, like, that little
That
bit of,
reminds me of a saying from my mom.
that?
Anything you say should go through 3 filters.
Yeah,
Is it hurtful? Is it helpful? And is it true?
Yep. Yeah, I was trying to think of the adage like that, because somebody used to say that to me all the time. And so
My mom used to say that to me all the time.
she would say, is it kind instead of is it hurtful?
Yeah.
But yeah, I love that. Your mom's a smart lady, apparently.
Oh, she was really smart. I didn't always know it, but she was really smart.
And that's how it goes.
When I was young, I had my head really far up my ass.
I think we all kind of do that at times.
so I think that's a requirement in you.
Yeah, no
I
shit.
think we're programmed that way.
No, you're absolutely right. Yeah, we all have to go through it to get somewhere else. And if you need to tap in, holler, you know, because we said it's gonna be, a reasonably small session.
Great.
No,
Yeah.
like, how long's it been? Because
Well, you
I'm
guys,
getting cold.
you guys have been gone at this point about 5 hours. I don't know what.
We started tattooing around 3.
Great, okay.
That's why we need to get here good and, ready.
It's about 6. Alright. Alright.
Oh, shit.
Hey, I mean, we don't have to finish this centerpiece tonight either, so. But yeah, you know what? I'm getting back in the tattoo world now, so I'm gonna run.
I'm
Amber,
gonna run too. It's food time.
oh yeah, congrats on your new job offer. I'm super stoked
Yeah.
for you.
Thank you very much. I am so
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
excited.
Fuck yeah, dude. Well, have a great evening. I love you. Be good.
I love you too. I'll talk to you soon.
Yep, I will see you next week.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, Amber, and bye, everyone at the Reinventing the Tattoo Network. I appreciate you all for tuning in. Once again, thank you, Guy. Thank you, Gabe. Thank you, Reinventing the Tattoo, all the sponsors, everyone that helps make this happen. Talking about feelings isn't something tattooers are accustomed to doing. But now we have 2 shows on Reinventing that talk about feelings, and that's sweet dick. So love you guys. Take care of yourselves. Be good to yourselves and others.